Welcome to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. Today, let's silence the voice. Welcome back, everybody, to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. My name is Kale Houser. I am the co-founder and CEO of Kale Houser Leadership, where we specialize in helping small business leaders just like you create amazing teams, as well as sales training, prospecting, cold calling, follow-up, all the things that make business happen, which if you didn't realize and you are in business, you are probably in the sales business in some form or fashion. If you need help with that, please reach out to us. I would love to do a little chat with you and see how we can help you, because I know we can. All right. Did you know that there is a voice, that is inside your head? And that voice, more than likely, is the number one voice that you hear and listen to all day. It is the voice that constantly is chirping at you. It is constantly telling you what to do. It's telling you how to think. It's telling you what not to do. It's shouting warnings at you. It's shouting desires at you. This voice inside your head, no matter what it sounds like, maybe it has a particular sound as you think about that and you listen to it. More than likely, it sounds similar to what your voice sounds like when you hear yourself talk. Or maybe slightly different. You have a little bit more manly voice, or a more feminine voice, whatever your tilt is, right? We always have that classic, when we hear ourselves on recording, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I sound like that, because our mental interpretation of what our voice sounds like is usually idealized a little bit in our brain as we talk to ourselves, because we want that pleasant voice to be chirping at us. But the point being is we have a voice, and it is the number one influence on us, more than anything else, more than your spouse, more than your kids, more than your boss, more than your coworkers, more than the president, more than your pastor. The voice inside your head, your voice, is the number one influencer of your life. Now, on the surface, we're like, yeah, duh, no kidding. Because it's always with you. You're never without it. Even in your most silent moments of reflection and meditation, that voice is sitting there. It's probably just kind of talking to you. It may be going, hey, calm down. It's not a big deal. Or it may be screaming at you like, you need to get moving. But it's still your voice. And it's the number one thing that drives your actions is your thoughts. Now, this can be an incredibly, incredibly powerful thing. This can be an incredibly massive influence to spur you to greatness. This can cause you to take Herculean efforts that you ordinarily wouldn't do. This would cause you to put yourself out there, maybe ask that girl out, ask that guy out, that otherwise you would never have taken that step had not that voice said, just do it. Just do it, man. Just do it, ma'am. What did ladies say? Just do it, girl, I guess. Is that what they say in their head? I don't know. But on the flip side, and I would argue this is the more common scenario, it certainly is and was in me for years and years and years and years and years and decades. It's the negative voice. It's the voice that says, stop. It's the voice that says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who do you think you are? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're going to think this about you if you do that, Kale. Holy smokes. You're not experienced enough for that. You've never done that before. You've never been successful in doing that before. What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? What makes you so special? Why should they listen to you? All those types of comments, and they can be absolutely fleeting. But when they happen repeatedly, over days, minutes, seconds, years, then they just get louder and louder, and they have more impact and more impact. And I want to ask you, just take that second of reflection when you think about the words that you're telling yourself, when that voice is chirping at you in those quiet moments, in those loud moments, driving by yourself in your car, walking down the street by yourself. Is that voice telling you, you got this? You are going to be amazing. Good on you for stepping out and taking that risk, for doing that thing. Or is that voice going, dude, you're going to fail. Why are you even bothering? You have no chance. You have no hope. She's not going to like you. You look funny. Whatever that is. What voice are you listening to? And thus, what voice are you giving power, just like anything else? What voice are you giving power over you and the direction of your life? Now, as we relate this to a business scenario, what voice, as you're interacting with your teams, if you're presumably the leader, the business owner, department head, manager, supervisor, what voice is filtering through to them? Is it a voice of encouragement, of positivity, of you can do it, of I believe in you? Or is it the same voice that maybe is talking in your brain filtering out? Like, you can never get this right. You're never going to succeed. Everything you do is wrong. Does that make sense? Because the voice that we use inside for us strongly influences the voice that we use outside to other people, to your spouse, to your employees, to your boss, to your kids, to your neighbors. I've had this where I've had to kind of take a step back and go on, whoa, that guy or that gal obviously has, maybe it's self-esteem issues. Maybe it's past failures that they're not able to get over, but it's reflecting out as they talk to other people. And I see this a lot. So as you're going through and you're going through your own personal development journey as a leader, as a grown woman, as a grown man, as a father, as a mother, as a supervisor, maybe you're stepping out to create your own business, create something amazing on your own that's yours. Be mindful and conscious about the voice that you allow in your head and what it tells you. Now, there are thousands of books and probably hundreds of podcasts that will help you with this. I sincerely hope that my podcast has been helpful for you in this, because I do ask a lot of self-reflection questions. So please take the time and take this seriously. And I will say it probably will take time to silence that voice of criticism, to silence that voice of doubt, that voice of hate, that voice of anger. We haven't even talked about that. But to start cooling off that doubt, that fear, all those negative emotions that keep us from being great, that keep us from taking the action and doing the things that we know we're called to do. And start inputting, and maybe you have to start by external things. Maybe this podcast of pumping you up, some other podcast that really is in line with what you want to be and who you want to be. Maybe positive music, listening to an audiobook that's all about positivity and mindset. Maybe you need those external factors to start just boom, 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 to start driving out the internal negatives and learning new thoughts to even have. Because a lot of people, when they've grown up in that environment, they don't know anything other than the negativity. They don't know anything other than the disappointment, the fear, the anger, the shame, the bitterness. But if that is you, rest assured there is the other side of that. There is the positivity, the hope, the joy, the laughter, the encouragement. And it's amazing. That's what differentiates the real successors, the real people that succeed, not successors, but the real people that really succeed versus the ones that just stay stagnant, or even worse, digress. So if you need to, find that external source to start pumping yourself. If you need help with that, please reach out, leave a comment, shoot me a DM. I'd love to get in touch with you, and we can figure that out together. By the way, if you are looking at hiring people and you are finding that that negative voice is just doing nothing but getting out, even during your interview process, well, guess what? I've got an amazing free PDF for you of my top 10 interview questions that you must be asking. Take the guesswork out of finding the right people for your organization and start asking at a minimum these 10 questions during your interview process, and watch your team change. Watch your culture change as you start getting the right people on your team instead of just the or even worse, the wrong people. Go to kalehouserleadership.com today, download that free guide, It'll do nothing but help you. And I look forward to kind of hearing how it would help you. Please shoot me a message for that as well. So I hope you'll understand that. Stop listening to that negative voice and start putting in the positive. Start putting in the encouragements. And if you need help with that, I'm happy to do so. Reach out. Look forward to hearing from you. So silence the voice. Make room for the positive. Your life will change forever once you do. I hope you found this enjoyable. No matter where you're at in the world, have a fantastic afternoon. Bye.